Housing and transportation is about where our loved one lives and how they get from place to place, and essentially how much independence do they have in those decisions and actions, and how much do they rely on outside help, including our help as caregivers. Can your loved one age in place in their existing situation that they came into before they needed care and a caregiver, all the way to do they need independent living situations, which could often be a housing situation that provides support with the actual building and care of the grounds externally and internally, and maybe some food and meal options, to then move up to assisted living, which provides what independent does, but adds services to support the activities of daily living at different degrees, to memory care, where the individual needs more assistance and potential secured location for wandering or other memory difficulties, all the way up to what we would call skilled nursing, where there's a need for more critical, acute care for an individual as they age and lose more and more of their independence. A couple other solutions to be aware of: there's what's called CCRCs, which are continuing care retirement communities. Those are communities that are almost built with all those different levels of care as part of the same facility, so people can age in the same facility as their needs increase. They're a really innovative way to think about having someone not have to move from one facility and set of providers and friends to another as their needs increase. Each of these options have different costs and criteria, as caregivers and their families and the recipient of care all need to be giving input into what the right housing situation is like. Transportation is also in this same category. It affects so many different parts of the caregiving landscape. As people lose the ability to provide for themselves independent transportation, they lose their social and family connections. One of the most Googled questions is, when can my parent no longer drive? This is tough, but there are a lot of options out there. So while it might be difficult to go through that transition, what we find is that most caregivers don't explore enough options for when independent transportation is unavailable. And in some cases, the caregiver simply takes all of that burden on herself or himself, which is something that we caution and believe there are a lot more options that can be explored than often are explored.